started, but it's okay. I've been slowly making some additions to Twitch. Very slowly. Hello, Siri bot. Oh, I should probably change the stream title, huh? I'm not actually working on commissions today. I'm working on book art today. Unless Johnny wants me to work on their commission, in which case I will work on that commission. But I'm not changing. Yeah, I just changed that yesterday, actually. I did it right after stream. Isn't it great? It's a simple, kind of boring-looking icon, but it's okay. I think it's cute. Yeah, I just couldn't think of what to name them, so I was like, I don't know. Part of me wanted to name them Wishes, but then I was like, that feels cringy. Is it cringy? I just don't know what to name them, you know? Okay. Change the title. We're all good. Nah. Because, like, in general, Whistold doesn't technically have anything to do with flowers themselves. So that's why I was kind of like, the flower is Khan's icon, but... TikTok, I've only been live for 2 minutes, and you're already telling me you can't detect the live chat for 2 minutes? That's because there's nobody in chat. I've been live for 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Fuck you, fucking TikTok. Goddamn, dude. Anyway. Yeah, I couldn't think about what to name them. Yeah. Yeah, Whistold doesn't have anything to do with flower. I just picked the name Sakura because I just like pink. It really doesn't have anything to do with the actual Sakura or petals or flowers. Whistold really doesn't have anything to do with flowers. Because it's got 14 symbols and I just came up with random symbols. Hell, one of those symbols is a goddamn spiral. Spirals have nothing to do with anything. So far we have only designed one channel alert, but I'm really excited for it. So if we get any new followers today, we've got a new follower alert. What do you mean, except you? I still gotta make, like, a sub-icon. I haven't figured out how to do that, though. I can just call them, like, wishes. Hello, Sprinkles. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. But I mean, like, world lore-wise, there really is nothing... What does the spiral have to do with anything, you know? Thanks, Junklefo. Have I ever actually shown the marks on stream? I don't know if have I ever actually shown the marks to you at all, Johnny? I've got two different sets of marks. I've got the prophecy marks for the prophecy, and then I've got the symbols of the magic. So, these are the prophecy marks. Khan is obviously the flower. This is also how I color code as well, so like on the illustrations where there's like a specific color for a character, this is where I'm pulling the colors from. So, some of them make more sense than others, like the raindrop is Cedric, and Cedric is represented by pink, but then there's others, like, I just had to try to make different colors, so it got to a point where it didn't match what they physically look like. So, like, Kiza's is random, and Sanjum's is random. I kind of, if I didn't develop this such a long time ago, and Sanjum wasn't just a last-minute throw-in, it would have made way more sense for the flame to be the yellow mark, because Sanjum is yellow, and Kiza has purple on them, but they're the fucking yellow mark. So, you know. And Mudu has nothing to do with green, aside from his eye color. But, you know. It works. Thank you for the follow, Shiroi. But yeah, these are the symbols, the different prophecy marks that each of the characters have. Each character is represented by a mark. Most of them, if they have like a more noticeable mark, you've probably seen at least a couple. Like, Khan's isn't hidden; it's on the inside of his ear. Lucius, depending on the illustration, his will be hidden because it's kind of hidden by his hair, depending on how he has it parted. But like others, like Cedric's, is always hidden. Greaves usually wears sleeves, so his shoulder is not visible, so you can't see it. Claire Stalls is on the back of her neck, so you can never see that. There's a few instances where I've shown the back of Coffee's head, and Coffee's is on the back of his head, so... Some of the marks you just won't see, others you will. And then I also have, like, the magic markings. So these are, like, the symbols of magic that I have, of the different types of magic. Technically, this is outdated. I'm sure I could come up with a better symbol than whatever the fuck is going on with Divine. I think this is ugly as hell. But the magic symbols are... I was trying to be, like, unique enough, but without them looking identical to other things, but I feel like some of them kind of suck. Saku doesn't really mean anything. I just, I picked the name Sakura Mousy because I just always, like, my main character's a mouse, and so it just made the most sense. And then Sakura I just picked because Sakura petals are pink, and I really like pink. But then I just decided I don't really like the idea of being called Sakura. I kind of prefer to just go by Saku instead, because Sakura just feels not me, I guess. So, you can just call me either Saku or Brie. It doesn't matter. It's not like people don't know my actual name. Like, my name is on my books, so if anybody sees my books, it's got my name on it. I really wish I had more of a reason to actually use the magic markings, because the magic markings, I do kind of like the look of them, except for the divine one. I think this one's ugly. But today we're gonna finish working on this one. I sketched it yesterday, and I like this composition a lot better than the old one. Like, significantly better.
Spiders.
Hello, Rexy. What was that for? Hey, I have a character named Vin. That's pretty fun. I've only been here for about 8 minutes, so if there's good vibes 8 minutes in, I will take it.
Eating spiders is great.
Rexy. What are we doing? What are we doing? I gotta set up more of the, like, alerts and stuff. So far, the only new alert that the only alert that has an actual drawing, other than, like, the Twitch presets, is just the new follower one. Eventually, I wanted to just design them by myself. Now I'm almost thinking it would just be better to just commission them all from Johnny, so that I can just have them match my PNG tuber. You're doing spiders? See, but that's the thing, I feel like it's almost better if I just had commissioned you sooner, instead of being like, yeah, I'm gonna do it eventually, and then just not doing it. So, I need to eventually make emotes for the server, and I plan to do that. My emotes, I plan to make them me, because it doesn't feel right to make it so I'm an art streamer who doesn't have my own designed emotes. But we're never getting rid of Pika's. Pika's emote is too good. We can't get rid of Pika's. It's gotta stay. I need my little Silly. Silly has to stay. If TikTok wasn't already so cluttered, I would just have the little silly just on screen in TikTok. Oh, speaking of TikTok, my Spotify mini player's broken again. Of course it is. It's always broken on TikTok. Always. Okay. Pika's is peak. It's very good. So did you want me to work on your comm, or did you want me to just do Whistold? Because I can work on your comm first if you want. If you want, though, we can also wait until the weekend if you're more, like, awake to be able to actually watch it. I still got the reference pulled up. It's right here. Oh, with Aries on top. Because your guy's still right here. Then we can wait. If you're not sure, we can wait until you're 100% like, yeah, I'm ready to watch. Let's go, you know? I mean, it sounds like it might be better than me starting it now and then you be getting too tired and being like, you know, let's postpone it, and then it being split on 2 different streams, so you can't just, like, come back and watch it all whenever you want, you know? Yeah, I definitely stream earlier on the weekends. I start streaming at 12 p.m. MST on the weekends. I think, does Twitch convert, like, if you have your time zone, on, like, does Twitch convert the time zone for people who check the schedule, or does it just say, like, oh, this is when I do it in my time zone and you guys are stuck converting it? Like, how does that work? Because I have my schedule up on Twitch. I should probably make it more clear, I guess. Because right now I don't have any kind of, like, it's literally just the times. I have nothing else, no other info. What I'm thinking is, for now, it's art every day, and then I think it's going to be art and gaming on Friday, Saturday. Yeah, my schedule's on Twitch. Oh, speaking of which, I need to actually ask the server. Like, Ari said that she's going to do repo, so Ari and Leah no, not Leah. Ari and... Oh, we might not have a full party anymore. Pika's going to be playing Subnautica 2, so I don't think he's going to be playing with repo.
With a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Ooh! I see a song of past romance.
I just need to figure out who's available for repo, because I gotta figure out, it's either gonna be tomorrow or Saturday, or both. Thank you, Gatito Snow, for the follow, and thank you to other person whose username I will not say. Yeah, I like having Epic just kind of mixed into the playlist here. It actually really likes playing Epic, which is really funny because I'm pretty sure the stream playlist is like 20 hours long. It really likes playing Epic, though. It's got a lot of different stuff. It's got Epic, it's got Minecraft, it's got Hollow Knight, it's got Hades, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Endless Zone Zero. Yeah, I just don't. Whenever I have, like, weird, especially because TikTok gets weird whenever I say certain things. Like, I got like restricted for 10 minutes for hate and harassment when we were talking about, like, childhood video games, like Littlest Pet Shop, and we were talking about, I think we were literally talking about the Littlest Pet Shop Wii game. And it got me, it restricted me for hate and harassment. And I have literally no idea why. I still can't figure out why it did that. And then there was another time where we were talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I said it wasn't really my thing, and for some reason I got restricted for that too. And what's worse is that time the person who was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, when that happened, got kicked out because it restricted them, and I think they were a minor, so when it gets restricted, minors are kicked out. And I didn't know that. So, what a way to find out that I got restricted for no reason, and it literally kicked the person out who was chatting. It's like, what the hell? TikTok is mean. So I'm kind of gotten to the point where I am trying to be a little bit more careful about what I say with TikTok specifically. There was a day where it said it was going to restrict me for 10 minutes, and then like half an hour went by, and I still was getting like no traction, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm still restricted, so I just closed the live on TikTok and just kept going on Twitch and YouTube exclusively, and it was weird. That's fair. I've also had some pretty weird people come in too with some insane usernames. I've gotten used to, I'm getting TikTok trauma, I swear. Some of the people that come in live with the weird usernames end up being the most insane people ever. Also, wow, it played another Epic song already. What? TikTok feels like it just wants to beat me sometimes. Like, it's like, hello? Yeah. Oh yeah, trust me, I've seen worse. We had some insane incidents on TikTok. I can't repeat them because obviously TikTok will not like that. But, yeah. Let's just say both times I had to report somebody and they got taken down because they really were that bad. Yeah. Well, the first time we had an incident on TikTok, the username was something along the line of Skibbity Toilet, so, you know. Yeah. But that person's behavior was worse than their username, I will not lie. Like middle school disgustingness kind of behavior. Yeah. It's okay, it's not as bad as the incident I had with proximity chat, so... I don't know anything about VR chat, so I did not know who the heck that was, or that they were a troller, and I was like, this person's annoying, and blocked them, and then they came back with an alt, and then I blocked them again, and they came back with another alt, and I'm like, okay, fuck off, dude. That's how you stick it to them, guys. You ignore them, and you block them, and you call it a day. Don't engage. No, I know, but it's like, I hate that it's like something like, why is that so normal? That shouldn't be normalized, that it's like, oh, he's just a troll, psh, no big deal. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm guessing he specifically picked me because I have a furry PNG tuber, in which case, wow. Way to target somebody for just having fun. But anyway, no worries if you can't stick around. Did you find the schedule, Johnny? Yeah, for real. Definitely. That's what everybody seems to think. Dude, I was getting straight up bullied for it at one point, and I'm like, can you just, like, chill out? Like, surely you have something better you can do than just bully me for no reason. Like, stop coming back. They also had in their bio something about literally just they're going to keep bullying people just for being furries. And I'm like, can you, like, just maybe find a hobby that isn't making alt accounts just to bully people. They literally were saying something about they were just gonna bully furries even if they kept getting banned. And I'm like, bro, please. Yeah, but I've been streaming pretty much daily, so there's a good chance you'll catch me again. Yes, I do have a Twitch. And I actually do recommend watching on Twitch instead, because Twitch is definitely a lot easier to see. It's a lot less cluttered. TikTok is on vertical format, so everything is kind of a cluttered mess on TikTok compared to Twitch, which is all nice and pretty. I also got a new alert today for the new followers, so if you follow on Twitch, we could show off my new alert. Quite literally just got it commissioned, so we commissioned it today. I stream till 5 a.m. for you? That's crazy. It's the same as TikTok, it's just Sakura Mousy. Dang, dude. So then what's my start time on Saturday for you, Johnny? Thanks, Sheepy. He's actually not my Sona, he's just the main character of my book. I don't have, like, a proper Sona, but the art was drawn by Jonas Chaos here on TikTok, so I highly recommend you follow them. Okie dokie! I do my commissions through VGem. I got lucky enough that somebody gave me a code back in, I want to say, October-ish. Why didn't I hear the sound effect? Did the alert not work? No, where'd my sound go? Did anything even show up either? Where did my sound go? All I did was change the image and it got rid of the sound. But also, I didn't see the image show up either. Wait, let me do a test. Okay. Why did I see the tester? It's also really small. Let's do it like there, maybe? Hello? Let's try that. Little babby. Okay. Why did I not hear any notification for that? I heard it with the test. Clearly the test worked, so... How's it going, Summon Night? Yeah, I think it's really cute. I just got it today, so yippee! And Johnny's artist icon didn't disappear this time. So Johnny is in chat. Johnny is the artist for my my follower alert and my PNG tuber. I can't wait to actually personalize the rest of the stuff. I just have to figure out what to do for them. I figured out what to do for the sub alert, but that's it. Did I just accidentally... Oh, that was weird. I minimized Clip Studio and it just vanished from my screen for stream for a second. That's okay. Didn't know that it would do that. Thank you for the follow, Blitzo. Blitz? My bad, it's Blitz without the O. The O is silent, I get it.
Pat 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 pat.
Oh yeah, we gotta make the emote for that too, huh? For the text alert, the TTS. Maybe we will just do the Popcat Saul. We could do Con, but I feel like Saul would just be funnier. Oh wait, it says it's coming from Stream Elements. Why did that not work? I don't understand. Those were both from Twitch, right? Both of the follows? Why is the actual follow not getting an alert? I didn't even see it on screen. Yeah, I noticed that. Why is it not working? All I did was update the image, but when I do the test, it works. Well, here's what it should have done. I don't understand why it's not working. Why are follows specifically broken?
These waves and tides have grown in strength and size. Is it nature or divine or a blessing in
Let's say it's not every day that I get a new follower, so I don't get to like see the alerts that much. But today we've gotten 2 followers and both of them didn't work. Thank you for the follow, Lil Joe. Well, that's not surprising. TikTok decides to randomly change my settings all the fucking time. So, big shock that it's really loud on my on TikTok. I will lower it on TikTok though. I have no idea. Yeah, OBS is at different settings, so OBS is set pretty low, versus TikTok for some reason resets itself. Yeah, TikTok just always has problems. It's really annoying. It could just be that Spotify's volume is also low. Yeah, Spotify's volume is less than half. Did that fix anything? It made it louder for me, but I didn't change OBS's setting. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's just because TikTok keeps fucking with its settings on its own. At one point, I started it on live, and it randomly duplicated my mic for literally no goddamn reason. Like, it copied my mic, but at a higher volume, so there was just this crazy echo. Thankfully, I had somebody in chat early enough who told me that it was echoing, because what the actual fuck did TikTok do that for? That's why I'm like, if I can get enough on Twitch and YouTube, like enough interaction to keep me engaged enough in lives, I'll just straight up drop TikTok. I don't fucking care about TikTok. That, and if I can get Restream to like well, it's not even Restream, it's TikTok. If I can get TikTok to let me just merge my stream on Restream like I did with Twitch and YouTube. There was a day where nobody had told me that there was an issue. There was like, for some reason, TikTok randomly decided it was not going to suppress any noise. So TikTok decided that you could hear every goddamn noise. You could hear the sound of my computer fan in the audio. And then somebody decided to come in and be like, holy noise, and then just leave when I asked them, wait, what do you mean there's a noise? What do you mean there's a noise? And they left before they answered. So then I was just scrambling for like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the heck they were talking about. Had to troubleshoot it by myself because nobody would tell me what noise they were talking about. But sure enough, yeah, you could hear my fan. I don't know how. It's never done it since then, so I genuinely still can't figure out why it was doing that in the first place. I swear, YouTube or Twitch likes to make me feel like I'm being pranked. I mean, hey, I'd rather call you Cloud Puff. TikTok just refuses to approve Restream to let me fucking do it, you know? If it would just approve of Restream doing the multi-stream, then I don't have to have 2 damn chat boxes. It's annoying! I don't want 2 chat boxes! Like, if something's wrong, I would rather you guys enjoy the stream and tell me what's wrong so I can fix it! Thank you for the follow, Wugs. Yeah, mine are the same everywhere just because it's easier, especially, like, as an artist, it's a lot easier to be able to just be like, oh, you can find me on these other socials under the same name, instead of it being like, oh yeah, you can find me on this social under this name, or this one under this name, because that's what I used to do when I was younger, where it's like every single one of my accounts had a different name, and I don't know why I did that. It was a stupid idea. I'm sure if there's ever an issue on Twitch, which so far there really hasn't been, other than my alerts just randomly deciding not to work, most of the time I've usually got Bach in chat. Bach tells me if there's something wrong. God, in my DeviantArt era, I had like 4 different DeviantArt accounts all at the same time, and it's like, what was I doing? Bach, do you like my little channel points, though? I know you said I could change the names. I changed them to wishes. Yeah, I have no idea why I did that. So... Hi, Daniel. Comrade, so he's not really my Sona, he's the main character of my book, but what's funny about him is, when I first designed him, he was, I was getting out of my Mario phase. I was specifically really fascinated by, like, the Mario and Luigi games and, like, Paper Mario, and when I was getting, interested in those guys, I just kind of just started getting headcanons for all of the, like, Paper Mario 64 bosses. So Colin originally used to just be, like, my own personification of General Guy, you know, General Shy Guy from Paper Mario 64, and then he just spiraled so far beyond that it was like, well, you are not him anymore. Khan was originally designed in the first version of the story to be a general, and then I made him way too young, and I was like, yeah, this is not realistic at all. And so I eventually changed it, and now I like the current version of the story way, way better. But let me pull up a picture of Khan's first design, because I feel like comparing him to General Guy from fucking Paper Mario is insane, but it doesn't make any sense without the context of what he used to look like, because he looks a little bit different. It paused the music again. So, canvas size too small. So this was Khan's first design. Just in case you haven't seen General Guy from Paper Mario, I'll pull him up too. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it crazy? It doesn't even look like the same guy. This is who he was based on. This Shy Guy right here. Not ignore the other guys, but yeah, that's who he was based on. So at the time that I first designed Whistold, they were originally going to be these, like, little forest creatures with little Korok masks, which is what the big orange thing on his face is. It's like a leaf mask. And then I gradually just got smart and took away the stupid leaf mask, because he doesn't actually look that much different. He just kind of gradually lost some features that made him sort of like General Guy. This is the more, like, him starting to turn into what he currently is type of thing. He definitely looks a lot more like the Khan we know and love now, you know? That's my cute boy. That's my boy. I like him a lot. He's definitely not based on me in any way. He's got some similar personality traits and stuff, but he's not based on me. He's not a Sona or anything. But I really love him. At one point I started going crazy and just like writing out a document that was like just explaining the various changes over the years of Whistold, because Whistold turns 9 years old in July. These characters that I created for this book are turning, what is a Fort Street? Anyway, these characters turn 9 years old in July, and I am like, they've been heavy on my mind, because I'm like, dang, no, Fortnite, it's an art stream, buddy. If you want Fortnite, you should go to the gaming section of TikTok, not art side. There is, like, categories. I'm under the art category. But yeah, he was based on General Guy. Not really easy to see that inspo, though, because he's developed so much since then in terms of the 8.5, almost 9 years that I've had him. But I just wanted to try and do interesting animals, so that's how I picked Mouse. All of my original characters look completely different, style-wise. Some of them, design aspects, they didn't change. Like generally speaking, his entire design concept is pretty much the same. He just got more clear, more concise, and more, like, polished, I guess, than his, like, old design. Other characters changed a lot more drastically. Like the other characters I'm drawing today, Claire Stahl, for her first design, she was originally designed, she was actually going to be trans-mask at first, and then I decided not to do that because I realized all of my main characters were male, so I was like, oh, I don't want to make it so one of my few female characters was trans and she's not actually female, so I changed her, so she's now just female, not trans-mask. So this was her first design. She was not really based on anything. She was vaguely inspired by something, but not, like, much. And then her current design... let me import that real quick. Thanks, Black Imposter. I can't speak today, I almost called you Imploster. And thanks, Galaxy Fox. Let's see. This is Claire Stahl's current design. She definitely looks a lot more polished, I would say. But it feels like a completely different character. Like, the vibes are totally different. The way she carries herself is totally different. And this over here is her as well. This her. I like her. I like her a lot. I definitely needed more female characters, though, because I only had... the two characters that are, like, among the prophecy heroes in my current version of the story, both were originally meant to be male. One of them was gender fluid, but primarily male, and the other one was trans-mask, and I was like, wait, let's not do that, actually. So, Carbon is still gender fluid, but she's primarily female. To remedy the fact that I had basically no female characters. I still have plenty of trans characters, so it's not like I took away the trans rep, you know? Some of them are openly trans, other ones are less so. Like, Kai is, like, non-binary, used to identify as gender fluid, and then eventually realized, yeah, they just felt like non-binary, suited them better, so... Then you've got, like, the actual, like, trans characters who are just, you know... Most of them are female to male. I don't think I have any trans female characters that are, like, in the main crew, but, you know... See, I think that Kai's the one that I think that would look really good in your style, Johnny. That's fair, Bach. That is very fair. It's funny, because I do really like my female OCs, and I like drawing them a lot, but I do have a lot more fun drawing my male OCs as well. So this is Kai. I love them. They're awesome. Their pronouns are they, he. Book 1 primarily uses they, and then book 2, it's a different character's point of view, so he usually prefers to use he for Kai, but I love them. Kai is awesome. Really, really love Kai. Also... Yeah, that actually does get touched on a little bit in the story. Kai lost their arm before the story, but it does get brought up a couple times about the prosthetic arm. It also gets brought up in book 2. Kai is far from the only person with a prosthetic in my stories as well. I've got quite a few characters with prosthetic limbs. Kai is probably the first one that I designed, though. If I'm gonna be so honest, I'm pretty sure Kai is the first character that I ever made with a prosthetic arm. Or any prosthetic limb, really. Kai is also missing an eye, so that one that's closed is missing. They do sometimes wear glass eyes in canon, though. Definitely. For now, let's focus on the stream stuff, and then we'll deal with, like, I'll eventually get, like, a full set of characters from you. This is Kai's first design. They had the other eye missing at first, but I felt like it was more, design-wise, I think it matched them better to make it so that the missing eye was not the one with the diamond marking. Plus, I feel like it doesn't make a lot of sense that the eye and the arm that got injured are not the same side, especially with the way that he lost the arm and the eye. It was from the same magic experiment accident. So why did the other eye not get damaged, you know? This one, you would think if there's like a magic blast over here, you would expect it to hit this eye, not this one. Or it would hit both, you know? Hi, Ollie. So, that's why I changed it. I've also had, Pika specifically asked, I don't know what any of that means, if I'm gonna be so honest, Daniel. But I've specifically also had Pika ask, why did I change the shade of orange? Because that orange is not even close to the same shade of this kind of yellowy orange that Kai has now. And the only real answer I can give is I just didn't have a lot of markers available at the time that I did the first concept. So I used primarily Sharpie markers at the time that I drew these guys. That's why Kai and Kiawe right here, they have the same shade of orange. And then eventually I changed it to a different shade of orange because when I first drew these guys, I designed these guys on a trip when we were doing a long drive from Indiana to Arizona. And so I just had whatever Sharpies I had with me as my color options. But at the time, I didn't want to make it so Kai and Saul had the same shade of orange. I designed Saul first. So I was like, oh, well, let's just use the darker orange. And then gradually Kai's design ended up being better with the lighter orange. Because when I started to do digital, then I changed it to kind of, it gradually got lighter and lighter in color. So it eventually went to this orange. And then it eventually went to this kind of yellowy orange. But it's kind of like a weird muted color. The canvas sizes are so different. I'm just pasting it into a random size canvas. Yeah, this kind of weird... But I kind of didn't like the color of this specific shade. I feel like it's kind of like... I don't know, it's like a dirty orange. I don't think it looks as good. I definitely like the kind of more saturated color that he has now. Springtrap. Yeah, that's fair. Kind of is Springtrap colored. That's some Golden Bonnie ass right there. But yeah, up until the current iteration, it was this eye that was missing, which does not make sense. But also, from a visual standpoint, it looks a lot more interesting for the eye to be there for the diamond, you know? Instead of the diamond marking being on the eye that's missing. Thank you for the follow. Hello there. It's funny though, the amount of my characters that I don't really even think about the design aspects, and I just kind of went fuck all with them is kind of crazy. I do like seeing the growth of my characters, though. Man, did my characters change a lot. In good ways, of course. And then also seeing, too, like, the way that my character design skills have been. Part of me, I'm always tempted, that I really love designing characters, so part of me wants to, like, do adopts and stuff, but, like, I feel like I'm in over my head, because I'm not good at advertising, and also I've just been notorious for not being seen anywhere, so I'm just kind of like, if I were to try and do adopts, they would just rot on my toy house and nobody would ever get them. So I kind of gave up doing that. But it's funny looking at my current designs and how different they are from my old ones, especially because I kept my old designs so simple. Like, Khan's design is very simple. I never really have to worry about getting a complex design beat for any of my Whistold crew, because let's be honest, their designs are simple as can be. I really like the Hat in Time soundtrack, it's really good. I guess I could make the art slideshow a little bit bigger, huh? Maybe like that? See, I was thinking, so I want to get back to my little game history project that I was doing. Basically, if you weren't on the previous streams where I was talking about it, basically I at one point tried to do a little series of drawing for all of the games that I played, most of them through my childhood, but also was going to include current games as well. Basically just make a drawing for every game that I've ever played. And I was planning on including all of the ones that I've done, which includes A Hat in Time, but it's been so long since I've played A Hat in Time, that's one of the ones I feel like I've got to replay it before I actually commit to just trying to, you know, draw for it. So I was actually thinking that might be one of the ones I could play on stream. That would be pretty fun. I love A Hat in Time. It was a great game, but also I got the DLC and I don't remember ever actually playing the Yakuza Metro part of the DLC. I don't know if I touched any of the DLC, but I specifically know I did not do any of the train stuff. So it makes me wonder, did I ever even finish A Hat in Time? So that's always a possibility. I do want to try and do one game at a time, though, so I gotta finish Sonic Adventure DX, because I did start that one on stream once before. So I'll probably start with that. I was thinking I might do that tomorrow, to be honest. And then I'll probably do A Hat in Time next. Because I was between doing, for the next game, either A Hat in Time, or I could play one of the games that I haven't touched yet, because there's a couple games that I own that I haven't even played. I'd have to look and see which ones specifically they are, but it's a couple of Switch games. I know one of them's Cereza, I think. Cereza and the something. It's like the Bayonetta backstory type of thing. I don't know anything about Bayonetta, but the art style of the case looked really cool, so I wanted to try it. And then I never opened it. And then I also have a game called Have a Nice Death. I don't know what that is, I just thought it looked cool and it was cheap, so I got it. And then I have some Fire Emblem game. I thought it was Three Houses when I looked at, but when I bought it, but it's actually not. It's Fire Emblem Engage, I think is what it is. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's kind of like a Hyrule Warriors-esque type of game, but I'm not sure. But obviously I've never played it. I also was kind of starting to think about Hyrule Warriors again recently, so I was kind of like, I could play that, but that one might take longer. Well, maybe not. It just depends on if I do the adventure mode. It would probably just be the story mode that I do, though, admittedly. So, But the game history stuff is fun. Oh, is it? I'm actually not sure if that's the one I have. I think it's Engage. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I wish there was a way for me to play my 3DS games, because I would love to replay Fire Emblem Awakening, but I don't have any way of doing that. Plus, Fire Emblem Awakening, I don't even think I have the physical cartridge for it. I think I bought it on, like, the eShop or whatever. So it's, like, on my 3DS. But I love showing off the ones I did for my game history. This is the reason I want to continue it, because I love the way that all of them look. Like, this is one of my favorite ones. This is my my art for Kirby Superstar Ultra. I just love Kirby, man. I love Kirby so much. Kirby's my baby. But also, I didn't, like, get a lot done. So I've got Kirby Superstar Ultra. I had a concept for Star Allies, but I never actually did it digitally or anything. I have Sonic Rush. I think this one turned out pretty cool. I like the look of it. Like, it looks pretty good. And I designed them all to be, like, kind of look like their game case, so I started with the 3DS ones, because they were all the same canvas size, you know, this kind of square shape, and I did this, this little, I basically just traced like, how this looks, and then I just kind of put the title there, and then just traced it over, so it looks kind of like my own little personal touch. I even put my watermark as the Nintendo icon. Sonic Rush Adventure. I don't really like this one as much as the Sonic Rush one. I think the Sonic Rush one looks a little bit more polished than this one does, but I still think it looks cool. I also really like my little nod to Captain Whisker and Johnny down here in the corner. I think it's kind of cool. This is kind of a niche game. I don't feel like a lot of people know it. My Pokemon Mystery Dungeon ones, I did a time. I think this is the first one I did. Either this one was the first one, or the first one that I did was Blue. Then I did this one much, much later for Sky. I think this one was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure I streamed this one on YouTube. Nope, I'm not doing art requests. This is my Blue Rescue Team one. Really love this one. I love the way Pikachu looks in my art style. I should really draw Pikachu more often, because he's so freaking cute, man. But also, I really like the way Charmander looks. I was trying to go based on the Pokemon that I actually used as well, which is why the other one was, those are specific characters. I know, I love the way I draw Pokemon. I should draw them more, so, like, I really so need to. And then there's The World Ends With You. This one I'm confident I did this one on stream on YouTube, but I wasn't doing, like, voiced streams at the time, so it's all just music. Still, this took several hours. I'm fairly confident this took forever for me to do. I love The World Ends With You. It's a great fucking game. But I remember struggling on this so bad. And then I also did a sketch for Metroid Prime, but I never finished it. I really should finish it though, because this is kind of fire. Like, I like how good Ridley looks, but also looking cartoony, like my style, you know? I think Ridley looked really good in that sketch. And then the only other one that I did was the Smash Bros. Melee one. I was planning on doing the same general format of for Brawl and Smash Ultimate as well, but those are going to be a lot more tedious. This one already took me forever, and I did this one on stream as well, forever ago. Multiple streams, took forever. I pulled a screenshot of Melee, and then I basically cleaned up the background by tracing over the details of, like, the, you know, the whatever the heck the background's going on here, and then tracing out the outlines of the borders, and then drawing in the characters after that. It was fun, but my god, was it tedious. And this one has a date on it, so it's August of 2025. It's freaking cool, man. I've, like, gotta get back to this series, though, because I love drawing for the video games that I've, like, played growing up. Plus, there's gonna be some really neat ones as well. Like, not neat, niche ones. Like, I was gonna include all of the ones that I remember that maybe people don't really care about, like Pets Cats 2, the adventure game. I really liked that one. It was a lot of fun when I was a kid, so I was just gonna include things like that as well. And things like Lost Ember as well. I finished Lost Ember a couple months ago. I had, like, picked it up, played it for a little while, got stuck somewhere, and then I just never touched it for a while, and then I replayed it eventually and finished it, and it's really good, so... TikTok is starting to feel weird today. What in the world is going on in the TikTok chat? Thank you, Astro. I was yapping about an old project that I was doing with drawing for video games that I really like. Basically, just everything that I've played on played ever, really. Also the other issue too is that when it comes to drawing for every game that I've played, there's gonna be some really weird ones that are not gonna necessarily match my art style. Like, have you guys ever heard of the game Second Sight? It was a GameCube game. I think it might have been on other consoles, maybe it was on PlayStation or something, but I had it on GameCube. I will not lie to you, that game is going to be really hard for me to execute because my style is so cutesy and colorful, and Second Sight is exactly the opposite. But also, that's one of the games I would love to replay before I do it. I just gotta figure out how to make it work on Steam, because I can't figure out how to get controller support to work. So... that's part of the reason I really want to do the gaming streams too, because I want to be able to mix that into my whole my reintroducing of the game history project, is me doing playing the games, and then when I finish it, doing the art for that game to add to my game history project. So like the next one would be Sonic Adventure DX, because I started playing that one, so I would like play through that game again, and then once I'm done playing through it, I'll make a point to make it so like the next art stream is going to be me drawing for Sonic Adventure DX, you know? Sorry, I'm answering a message really quick. And I thought it would be quick and easy for me to find the examples, but I'm actually having a little bit of trouble finding the examples I'm looking for. I guess it's because they're older and more disgusting than I realized. Like, they just are, they're bad.
La
I don't even necessarily want to use them as an example because they're so old. Bro, what? That's wild. Hey, congrats, NMI, that's awesome! Dang, calling them out for failing? That's crazy. Did I have something for Living Between Worlds that maybe is a better example? I don't remember. I guess the ones that I was thinking of that were maybe better examples are, oh, wait. Oh, I do have another example. I don't use Twitter anymore. I've not even been good about remembering to use Blue Sky, to be honest. I've mostly been posting to TikTok, and then I still post to Tumblr, but I don't get engagement or anything on Tumblr. I use it as like an archive because the tagging is just so easy for me to find things. But I don't post to Tumblr in it with any expectation of anybody actually like seeing it, you know? So.
Let's cut this charade. You are no wife of mine.
No, I think we're good, Nox.
Trying to take my life this whole time.
I don't think anybody asking for me to drop my Twitter is a bad thing, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren.
It was weird in TikTok earlier, though. What? What did Spotify do?
But while you were so focused on turning my men into snacks, you didn't notice that your friends got
sorry, I
snatched.
just now noticed it. Yeah, it was just kind of being weird because I was getting some weird...
We are the ones who
Well, I had somebody
now.
asking if this was a Fortnite stream, and then somebody asked me to draw their OC, and then I got a message right after, can you draw my OC, that was new book alert for something I've never heard of. So I was just like, what the heck is going on?
We've been away from home for about 12 years or so. First we slayed in our own war, and now
Oh, okay, that's fair, Johnny. I was like, wait, what did Spotify do that was so weird? I didn't even pay attention to what the last song was. Different Beast always kind of catches me off guard when it starts playing, though, when you're not, like, listening to Epic all the way through, because the beginning of the song is just harsh. This one, and what's the other one? There's another one that starts off, like, really crazy. It's, I think it's something in Ithaca. I want to say it's Odysseus. One of the Ithaca sagas starts out really strong.
To get back to my island. We are a different beast.
Probably.
We are the ones who feast now. No more of us deceased, 'cause we won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters. We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you. Spare us. Oh, spare us, please. Why? So you can kill the next group of sailors in this part of the sea? Nah, you wouldn't have spared me. I made a mistake like this. It almost cost my life. I can't take more risks of not seeing my wife. Cut off their tails! We're ending this now. Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them drown. He is a different beast now. He is the one who feasts now. No more of us deceased, 'cause he won't take more suffering from you. He is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. You are a threat no longer. He won't take more suffering from you.
It's a really good song. I definitely like Different Beast. Yeah, Nox, we'll definitely have to try and see, like, if you're free on Saturday, we should definitely try and see about playing Repo, especially if Ari is able to join us.
星河间璀璨细数流淌，一瞬息皆是华丽乐章。抬头望，你我间光阴铭刻心房，一刹那现实让人彷徨，却猝不及防。时光是那些回忆的长廊，尽头始终习惯隐藏。
Sorry, I'm trying to test something. Let's see if it worked.
目光是坚定着我的微笑。
It did work.
照耀
Cool.
着我不曾
Hell yeah.
彷徨闪亮，在光里我谱写着你我的旋律，让一切。
I was just trying to test and see if because the follow alert button wasn't working earlier, I was like, I want to see if the sub alert works, but I also didn't want to make somebody sub, so I was like, you know what, wait, does it let me gift a sub to one of my viewers? Yes, it does, so... So there you go, Nox. Next time you want a commission, remind me that I made you sub to my channel. Thank you for the follow, Tessa. I'll probably randomly gift somebody a sub on whenever we make an actual icon for the sub, which is the next one that I'm commissioning, to be fair. Oh man, you weren't even paying attention? Bro. I just wanted to test the alert and see if it would work, so I was like... Yeah, the Zelda one's the next one we're gonna do. I'm gonna probably change the, well, actually, no, I guess it's not gonna be the same, because I was gonna make it so that the Zelda one was just for getting a sub. I could make it for gifting, too. That's fine. Well, Nox, you have a sub now. So remind me whenever you next get a commission from me, I'll give you the 20% discount for giving you a sub. Because you're subbed to my Twitch now. Consider that as like I guess a gift for good news, you know? Huzzah! How's it going, Tessa? Yeah, I guess I'll probably just make it so that the gifted sub will also be the Zelda one. I'll just change this one's alert sound effect to the item fanfare that I changed it for the subs. I forgot I only changed it for the regular subs, not for the gifted subs. So I just gotta fix that.
Come see me, yeah, I'm a mystery. Come seek me, put you out of your misery. Come find me, got a pocket full of chicks hiding in the shadows, running danger to the mix. Got 9 lives, treat that nice. Which feelings straight on the line. Ain't a villain, but I need no permission. Done playing, no more games, full circle, Rex and Shane. Wasn't easy back in night.
I like that it's really easy for me to just gift a sub. And I think it's kind of funny that it lets me do that in the first place, considering I'm just making some of that back, I guess. Yeah, can you tell that I don't really mind, like, the money aspect isn't really why I do comms, because I'm, like, so willing to just be like, yeah, I'll give people a discount if they're subbed to my Twitch. And then just giving away a sub just because I feel like it. Would have been even better if I just didn't tell you that I gave you a sub, and how long would it have taken you to notice that I had done that? I mean, hey, that'll work for you, because that's why I was thinking, I was like, oh, might as well. I could have given it to somebody else, but I figured I was like, you know, it'll make sense for Nox. That's what the little icon by your name means, by the way. I'm gonna change it eventually to be something, like, personalized for the channel, but right now it's just that stupid little purple star. That's just the tier 1 sub. Don't they sell, like, the Arby's curly fries at, like, Walmart and stuff? Can't you just buy them? I mean, yeah, you'd have to cook them, obviously, but don't they, like, have those and you can just cook them by themselves? If you don't like the sandwiches, there's no point in going to Arby's. Especially because isn't Arby's kind of expensive? It's been a long time since I've had them because I'm so picky about when I'll eat meat. Not even meat, it's more so like red meat. And that's most of what Arby's has. They're freaking roast beef and stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think Arby's is pretty expensive. If you just want the fries, maybe just, like, get the bag of, like, the curly fries or whatever. I'm sure they're not branded as being Arby's, but they look pretty much identical. They might as well be the same thing. Last I remember, there's nothing special about Arby's fries. Oh, do they? Yeah, see, I don't really care for Arby's that much, but I thought I had remembered seeing something similar, at least visually similar, but I couldn't remember if it was Arby's brand or not. Thanks, Whoopsie. He's actually not my Sona, he's just the main character of my book. But the artist for my PNG tuber is Jonas Chaos on TikTok. I highly recommend that you follow them. Oh, and you also, I think, earn more channel points now that you're subbed, Nox. So feel free to redeem head pats whenever you want. I wish Restream would just hurry up and let me merge the TikTok chat with the rest. But it says, nah. It makes me, like, apply and then wait 3 days only for TikTok to say, nah, you can't do that. Because why would TikTok want me to be anywhere other than TikTok? TikTok hates every other website in the world, so... Why would you want to watch that? Thank you, Unorthodox Nox, for the follow. But they said rewatch, Johnny. Keyword being rewatch, not watch. Yeah, that's my word, my thoughts exactly. God, I love Claire Stahl. She's so pretty. Look at my girl. Her face is so cute. She's one of the characters I actually really like drawing the side profile of her face. Most characters I don't really care for it, but Claire Stahl, I really like her side profile. Oh, hell yeah, it's Droopy Likes Your Face! I like this one! This is a great track. Y'all can have Pig Step. I like this one better. I need to at some point actually add some more Minecraft music to this playlist. I love Claire. See, that's the thing. I don't remember most names of the Minecraft ones, so I don't know either. how's it going? Oh, I love this one. There is a song called Ghastly Tears, so I think that is probably the right name. It's been okay. I don't want to skip this one though, so I'm gonna go back to Droopy Likes Your Face. Oops. That's not what I meant. No, actually, there's Ghastly Diary and then there's Tears. And then there's a song called Gassed. Tears. This one? Yeah, okay. Remixed Gassed sounds, love that. This is very good. I don't think I've ever heard it before. Yeah, I love it when the Minecraft stuff plays. Some of it freaks me out when it starts playing because it feels very quiet for a little bit and then I'll suddenly hear noises and I'm like, oh, right. Minecraft. Specifically, the Nether ones usually do that. They usually catch me super off guard. But that's to be expected. It's Minecraft. Yeah, exactly. I think my stream playlist has a good mix of calming music and then, like, really epic stuff, you know? Pun intended, I guess, because there is epic in this playlist, but, there's some heavier stuff, you know, more upbeat stuff, and then there's some calming stuff. I think it's a good mix of things. Yeah, I mean, my playlist in general has, like, most of the Minecraft ones that I have, aside from Pig Step, are, like, the more calm stuff. Because I only really have, like, a couple of albums. It's only, like, the first, like, 2 or 3 albums, and I just picked through. But I've got some more, like, upbeat songs, excuse me, in the soundtrack. Like, Zenless Zone Zero has a lot of upbeat tracks. Or, like, the one that's gonna play next, because I backed out back to Droopy Likes Your Face, and then I, like, went back so I could hear before the story again. I wish I could play Sonic music in stream, but I would get muted on YouTube, so I can't. Yeah, it's probably, jeez. I don't remember any of their names. I've got a couple. That one's definitely part of the the like basic Minecraft ones. I've definitely got that one on the stream playlist. I think I've heard it a couple times. I just can't remember which one it is. I really like, shoot. Why do I always forget the Minecraft ones as soon as I try to think about the names? Yeah, the basic ones are awesome. Oh yeah, I specifically queued this one because I really like this one. This one's from Zenless Zone Zero. I haven't touched much of Zenless Zone Zero, but the music is really good. Oh, Tape actually did commission you, John. That's awesome. Love that. Hell yeah! I told Tape to commission you. Hell yeah! Told them I was like, this character would look perfect in Johnny's style. And they're like, ooh, okay! Hell yeah! Artists bring artists together, let's go! Yeah! They're based on Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. No, currently I'm working on an illustration for my book. I forgot to change the title of the... I think TikTok says I'm working on commissions, but I forgot to change the title before I went live, and then I realized as soon as I went live, oops, I probably should have changed the title. Unfortunately, TikTok doesn't let me change it mid-stream like Twitch does. So, oh well, TikTok's just gonna be wrong. TikTok says, nah, you can't change it midstream. Oh. Yeah, the things it doesn't let me change are the orientation of the stream and the title. This one's not for the cover, no, it's just for, like, I wrote a book a couple years ago, and then I published it, and, like, self-published it. And then I recently finished book 2 for that series, and the old book is significantly worse in art, and so I'm redrawing the art for the book. It's got basically like an art on each chapter, so I'm just redrawing that art. So like this one over here is the old art from the first book. No, because I have pretty limited options based on copyright. Hell yeah! I thought we agreed TikTok was worse. I have a lot of people coming in on TikTok exclusively to ask me for shit, instead of, like, just hanging out, you know? TikTok is being quite needy today. It's been weird. So the book's a, like, fantasy prophecy story. As you can see based on the characters that I'm drawing, the characters are all furries. Basically, it's like the main character, Khan, which is the character that I have as my PNG tuber, is, barcode, that's funny. My main character is the PNG tuber that I have. He is trying to find 13 other people who are marked by this prophecy, who are trying to, like, fix, like, whatever this prophecy is. They don't know anything about it. They're trying to figure out what the prophecy is while also trying to stop it. They just know that the prophecy states they're gonna end the world, or the world's gonna end, so these guys are trying to stop it, but they have to, like, learn about the prophecy while they try to find each other and figure things out, so you're kind of learning about the prophecy as the main character does. And technically, it is still, like, you can still find it and download it now, but, like, I've been telling people maybe wait until it's, like, redone, because I'd hate for you to get the old version with art like this, when my current art is just so much prettier. Like, why would you want something with art like this, when you can get art that looks so much better? You know? But it's called Whistold. My, like, bio has, like, the link to my card, and my card link has, like, 2 different buttons. One of them is buy my book on my, like, you can get the physical one, Whistold. It's spelled like this. But it's, there's a button on my card that says buy my books, and then there's another one that says read my books free. So, you can download it for free on my Gumroad on my card. But you can also get it physical later. I would highly recommend waiting for the physical until I redraw it, though. Yeah, for real, Bach. That's how it feels today. That is how it feels today. Hey, can you draw my character? No. I mean, I definitely won't stop you if you want to get the old version, but I recommend waiting. One of my friends bought it while, like, even despite me saying, hey, maybe you should wait, and he ended up buying it anyway. He took some really cool photos, and I'm like, this is cool. Way better at taking photos than I am. I wish I knew if there was a way to, like, set up chat rules on TikTok so I can make a rule that says, don't ask me for free art, I will ignore you. Go for it, Luna. The content of the actual book isn't going to change much, it's just the art that I'm working on changing. I still gotta figure out, like, if I want to have... I'll probably reread the book myself and just, like, proofread it and stuff and see if there's anything I want to change. Ooh, okay. Although, maybe let's not use that command too much until it's actually done. Although, I will say, there is another book on my Gumroad and on my Lulu bookstore that is not going to be redrawn, so that one is, I would say it's acceptable. Plus, it's cheaper, it's smaller, so it's not related to Whistold, though, so if you're looking for furry content, that one's not as good of a choice. That one is one of my human ones, so I've got, like, different stories. And that other one that's up on my Lulu is a mini story connected to the other one that I was supposed to be finishing, and then I got to the point where I was like, oh, I really want to do more Whistold stuff, and so I just stopped working on the, I just... Wait, why are you tucking Bach? You distracted me with that. So, I was supposed to be working on Primordial Life before I started working on Whistold Book 2, and it's already fully written, and I got halfway through the art, and then I just got hyperfixated on Whistold again, and so I started working on Whistold Book 2 instead. So, my plan after finishing Whistold Book 1, and then my art fight prep, is to work on Primordial Life, but also get back into my game history project as well. You just want to bully Bach? What if Bach's at work? Then Bach can't sleep if they're at work. I mean, we could say that Bach was bullying you by making the tuck command. Just being silly, though. I think tuck is cute. Yeah, it's really cute. Hell yeah! Hopefully you like it. And if you like it, then you can always come back and re-download the new version when I update the art. There might be some like spelling errors and things that I fixed too, but generally speaking, the actual book itself isn't going to change. I think my friend, when he was reading, he was saying he got confused at some parts for some dialogue sections, so I might check those and see if I can fix those. But other than that, I'd say just see if you enjoy the book, and if you like it, then maybe come back and hang out sometime on stream. I'll be drawing a lot of Whistold stuff. And then when art fight season comes around, I am going to do art fight as usual, so. Because despite everybody deciding I'm no longer going to do art fight because of the base rule, that rule has always existed about the 3D models, the 3D model bases. You've literally never been allowed to trace a base of any kind. So I don't know why everybody's getting butthurt about it now. It feels like TikTok brain is kind of getting to everybody. TikTok kind of ruined art fight, I'm going to be so honest. But I'm still going to participate in art fight despite everybody deciding they just don't like art fight anymore. As somebody who's never used a 3D model as a base, I don't understand what the big deal is. Especially the people who are, like, saying that some things along the lines of, like, the bases are, like, saying that you should just not use the bases and that you should just, like, try and do better in anatomy and stuff. Like, I understand those are kind of mean, but at the same time, the people who are like, at that point you're just getting mad at beginners. I've never once seen a beginner trace a base. Most beginners don't start using bases for poses. They start with, like, simple stuff, you know? I don't think I've ever seen a beginner artist using a 3D model base, ever. I only really see advanced artists using those personally. I could be wrong, but I've literally never once seen a beginner artist use a base, so I don't or a 3D model base specifically. I don't really understand where the problem came in. My model is a mouse, not a goat. How does it remind you of Toriel? I've literally never once used a 3D base personally. Like, it doesn't, everything, and also too, like, I've never used a 3D model, and at the same time, I'm very confident in my posing. Maybe, Johnny, I don't know. My brain just went, goat? I do a goat character that gets compared to Asriel in an aggravating amount, but Khan getting compared to Toriel is a bit different. I've never had that happen before. People really do like to make comparisons, though, I will not lie. It gets a little bit annoying. Still can't get over that one time somebody compared one of my characters to a Guilty Gear Strive character, and I don't know anything about Guilty Gear, so I looked up the character, and I literally didn't see a single resemblance, and I was like, what? And it was like when the character was freshly designed, too, so it's like, it's not even like I had any info about the character, so I was like, I don't know what they possibly saw this Guilty Gear character look like, because, like, personality-wise, if you were thinking something personality, that it was just a concept drawing, so it didn't have a lot of personality in that drawing, but, you know, I don't even remember what character they got compared to. I'd probably recognize him if I saw him, but I don't remember who it was offhand. Yeah, I have no idea. It was just odd. I was like, what? I mean, maybe you should go eat. Just maybe. Hi, Thea. How's it going? So if we game in this weekend, are you gonna hang out and vibe? Oh no, Leah, sorry. In the Twitch chat. Hell yeah! Yeah, you should really sleep, Johnny. Really should sleep. Yeah, the multiple chat things is kind of confusing. TikTok is very adamant that it does not want me to merge the TikTok chat with the main, like the Twitch and YouTube. Twitch and YouTube are combined in one chat box for me. TikTok refuses to let me do that. I've tried a couple times now, and it's still like, oh, you can't do that. And it's being very annoying, because if it does let me do that, it's got like a redirect bot that like, if somebody messages in like Twitch chat, it'll like forward it to YouTube, so that YouTube sees the same message, that kind of thing. I can't do that with TikTok, because TikTok really wants to be special. Yeah, exactly. TikTok specifically refuses to just be with anything else. That's why I decided if it gets to be too annoying, I might just stop streaming on TikTok in general. TikTok hates my ass anyway, so it's like, what's the point? If I can get enough engagement on Twitch, I don't care about TikTok anymore. I'm already too busy trying to deal with TikTok deciding it wants to flag every single post that I make as community guideline violations for no fucking reason, with no explanation. I'm tired of getting auto-flagged by their stupid bot. Tape just messaged me to tell me that they love Johnny's commission. Yippee! TikTok is just a pain in the ass. TikTok says, nah, you can't do that. Go eat, Johnny. Go eat. Sounds like I'm saying eat. Go sleep. Go Betty bye. Go eat. Go eat. Have a good sleep. Alright, see you around, Luna. Rabbit Asylum. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Haven't been live for too long today, so I haven't done a whole lot, but that's okay. Weird. I'm still working on the Whistold redraws, but my brain has been on my other story, Living Between Worlds, all fucking day. My brain misses the polycule really bad.
Old friend, it's been 10 years since I last saw you.
Remember me? I am the infamous Odysseus!
Let's see where you've been. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon the sick.
On the wrong move and you're done for. Anything like
Song of past romance, I see the we won't take more.
Yeah, it's kind of just how it is for me. I get fixated on one thing, and then I start working on something else, and I'm like, ooh, but my old fixation, though.
I have to see her.
Except for me, it's my stories. My characters.
I know.
Odysseus, where did you go?
Morning, sleepyhead, you've been resting for a while. I swore that you were dead when you washed up on my aisle. Did you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me though, who's Penelope?
She's my wife.
Anyways, I've got all you could want here, all you could need here. Just you and me, my dear, my love for life. Soon into bed we'll climb and spend our time.
I'm not your man.
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here. Just you and me, my love in paradise. Now till the end of time. From here on out, you're mine. All
Yeah,
mine.
no, I could kill you where you
last I checked, goddesses can't die.
Goddess?
You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso, here to entertain. But fear not, I bring no pain. Cause we got all we could want here, all we could need here. Under my spell, we're stuck in paradise. No one can come or go. My island stays unknown.
No, I don't belong here. There's something wrong here. I won't be drawn to love in paradise. Not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine, all mine.
7 years she's kept you trapped out of your control.
Yeah, it's really hard. I've got, like, technically 4 different projects, but one of them hasn't seen the light of day in quite a while, because I just haven't had the fixation for it.
Odysseus,
I did start thinking about it the other day. We went on a small tangent the other day of me just talking about that story.
from the ledge.
Like, on stream, we went on a tangent.
What I've gone through. You don't know what I've sacrificed. Every comrade I long knew. Every friend, I saw them die, and all I hear are
It will be fine,
screams.
dear. Come back inside, dear. Love of my life, come back to paradise. I know your life's been hard. I'll stay inside your heart.
All I hear are
I love
screams.
you, my dear. I love our time here. Life would be so much
Just
worse
let
if
me
you
close
had
my
died. Please stay
eyes.
away from harm. Stay in my open arms.
He needs my help.
So I kind of, it's hard to explain, but basically the Whistold crew, they started out as when I was like getting out of the like Mario phase, specifically Paper Mario and a little bit of Mario and Luigi. I got really attached to like making headcanons and stuff that just did not make any fucking sense whatsoever. So Whistold basically started out as Mario characters that just spiraled super far out of control and no longer made any sense to their actual canon personalities, so I just made them into their own characters. I designed most of them, the bulk of them, on a trip that we had done when we drove from Indiana to Arizona to go see family. So when I was on that long road trip, I couldn't drive yet, so I was basically just having to keep myself occupied in the car for a while, so I just started designing these characters of like, oh, well, all these Mario characters that I like, what if I just made them into my own story and just turned them into my OCs? And that's basically what I did. So they don't resemble not even a little bit how they used to be, which is great. They've grown a lot since then. And yeah, that's kind of how they came to be. Maybe I don't know what darker. That's probably better. Yeah, they're not even similar to how they used to be, like, at all. And I was really excited when I finally, like, decided to make it into a book. So it was really fun making the book itself. I should have definitely, like, taken more time on it, though. I was so excited to get it out there. I kind of feel like it did, in some cases, end up being kind of rushed. So I'm glad I'm reworking it now before I send out book 2, you know? Their story has changed a lot since I had first designed them. So a lot of the characters are not even remotely similar to what they used to be. Some of the main characters didn't even used to be main characters at all. They were just random background characters that eventually I just either thought too much about and they just became main characters, or they just filled a role that I needed filling, and now here they are. They're a main character. Like, in the original version of the story, this girl back here, she used to be one of the villains. The villains! Khan was, like, the main character, still, as he is at the moment, but half of the people who are now, like, heroes and main characters in the story used to be the villains in the story. It had a completely different plot. And a way worse plot, I will say. Clearly, I didn't even like the plot that much because I was like, oh, it's a war. And then I only thought about the things that happened after the war and didn't actually think about the actual war as much. So that's why I ended up scrapping the plot. There was no reason to do the war plot when the war did not need to be the focus even from the start. Like, it never should have been the focus. And it is also funny, too, rereading Whistold Book 1. I do really love it and all of its charm, but it's really funny because I started getting fixated on my other story, Living Between Worlds. I started thinking about that one a little bit more, and so I reread what I had written so far, and I've only written about 15 chapters of that book right now, and Living Between Worlds, from what it's looking like, so my other 2 stories are meant to be trilogies. Living Between Worlds, I'm thinking I'm just going to make it one big novel. Not a trilogy, because there isn't really good stopping points to make it separate books. So it's just going to be one bigger novel versus 3 smaller parts of a trilogy. They're all just small novels. They're pretty short. But Living Between Worlds is written so much differently than Whistold. Like, you can still tell it's very distinctly my own style. But Living Between Worlds is just so much better because I've gotten better as a writer since then. But again, I do still really love Whistold, and I love the way that it's written. It feels very distinctly me, you know? And you gotta love things that are very, like, you know? I love how it feels like it's my own thing. Something that nobody can take away from me. They can sure try. They won't manage to pry it away from me, though. And I will never stop enjoying what I make. Well, that's my daily illustration done. So I can start working on the next one now. I don't even think I have the next one prepped. What even is the next chapter? The next chapter is... Oh, the next chapter is one I need to redraw the concept for because I don't like the concept on this one. Yeah, I eventually made like a whole document of just comparing it, and I'm like, man, I should not have made it this way. Like, but it's funny seeing the comparisons because like my comparison document that I started making up at one point, I made it like such a delusional way in the fact that it was like I was trying to, like, I don't know, convince myself that other people might want to learn about these things. And so I made this whole document like I was going to propose it to people and show it to people that would really be interested and fascinated by this. Almost like I have a fandom, which is crazy. But it's almost like a fandom analysis of how things have changed, which is just delusional, but it's really fun. I enjoyed it, but it's funny because I basically just copied and pasted a lot of the contents of, like, because over the years I've just been storing all of my lore documents and backstories and what have you in a folder, like, in my Google Drive. So I basically just went through a lot of those documents and just started pasting a bunch of that stuff, just comparing it and putting it in a cohesive order. And at one point I would love to just go through it with one of my friends and just be like, let's read through this together. I almost debated, like, just, like, reading through it, but also kind of, it would be funny if I just did, like, a text-to-speech, have it read to us, and then we just react, because it would be kind of funny. But I don't know. I haven't figured out if I want to do that or how I would do that type of thing. But it's something I very much considered, because I was like, wow, I should do that at some point. I should really, like, find a way to, like, share a lot of that old backstory stuff. If I suppose if there's interest. I hate to bore people, you know? But it is really interesting, too, like, when I was rereading my because Living Between Worlds is my most recent story that I started working on. I haven't drawn any of the chapter art or anything, because the way I like to do it is I write the whole book and then I draw all the art. So, I haven't drawn anything for it. I've only written about 15 chapters of that book. Rereading it has been pretty fun, because I was like, wow, I've grown a lot since then. This next chapter, I've got to skim it real quick and figure out what I want to redraw the concept for it, because I don't really like the way that this... I don't like how basic this illustration is. It's kind of boring. Yeah, that's so real, Rabbit. You should see some of the characters for Whistold have changed so much that their original version, I read through it, I'm like, oh my god, what was 15-year-old me on? Like, oh my god, some of them are really bad. I was like, when I was skimming through the document a couple weeks ago, I was messaging my friend, because at the time that I was developing a lot of this stuff, well, not a lot of it, but at the time that I was actually developing the book, I was, at the time I was developing the book, I was yapping a lot to a friend in Discord, so I was basically messaging him, like, oh my god, I'm gonna read through this document, blah, 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 and I was, like, sharing with him, I was like, did you remember this was a thing? He's like, I don't remember that, but that's insane. Like, we were freaking out about how bad some of it was. We're like, oh my god, it was so unnecessary, some unnecessary trauma, man. Oh yeah, I definitely need to fix some grammar things. I'm trying to reskim this chapter to figure out what I should change the art to, and this one sentence makes no sense to me. I love how I don't even try to hide in the book that Kai uses he, they pronouns. Most characters refer to them as they, but there is a couple moments where I say he. But it's still always in moments where it's very obvious who's being, like, talked about. Yeah, that was my thing too. I was like, sometimes I forget things and I'm like, oh, that was a part of the lore. Some of it just doesn't come up in the actual novel, so I just kind of forget it's a thing until it becomes a problem, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that can't be true anymore because the way the novel played out, it's not how that worked, you know? That kind of thing. Oh, I guess, why did I do this basic ass illustration in the first place? There's definitely a lot easier of a thing I could do for this one. And more interesting compositionally anyways. I was trying to figure out if this chapter actually mentions what Kiawe is wearing, but it actually doesn't mention what Kiawe is wearing. So, yeah, why did I just choose to have the twins standing next to each other in this scene? Why did I not think, oh, I could do something better? I think I was just too much in a rush to like get the story done, so I could put it out there, you know? Just really proud of myself, really excited to see if any of my friends would support me and buy my book and check it out and that kind of thing. And now I'm at the point where I don't even care about if people buy the book. Like, hey, just download it for free. I don't care. Yeah, my style has changed a lot. That's the biggest thing, is it's so different. And the characters that I had back then who were meant to be chubbier just don't look like they're the right, like, body type that I meant for them to be back then. I was really bad at drawing, like, bulkier characters or even just chubby characters. Khan's gotten so much better. Like, he's a chubby boy, and he definitely... There were a couple illustrations in the old book where he just did not look the right body type.
I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins. I broke my chains. There's more to do, and I still want to live.
I feel your breath
Whoops.
on my neck, a soft caress as cold as death.
Oh yeah, I guess I should probably acknowledge VGen, huh? I did see that email and I totally ignored it. Not my brain going, stream time, let's ignore my emails.
Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk, invite me. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do if I can only leave. I can't go yet, don't let me die. I'll never stop until I'm done.
I mean,
but just tonight.
Do we want to include Jake? Because I can include Jake. I feel like illustrations are really fun when you include another character, so... And yeah, don't worry, I'll do the sub discount. I just want to make sure I don't forget, you know?
I hear your heart beating my soul. Our endings bound, our bodies know.
I mean, I could definitely do both of them.
Can't go yet. Don't let me
It probably won't let me check off the extra character one, will it? No, it doesn't let me check it.
There's more to do.
I could still add that in the cost, it's fine.
The clock won't stop, and this is what we get.
Let's see, Soul 2. Fair. Never actually edited a cost. Let me see. Oh, it's actually not hard. Not me going, how do I edit the cost on the proposal? Sorry, the weird sound effects are my Animal Crossing sounds as I'm typing in the browser. The Animal Crossing sounds are so fun. They're so fun. I think it's funny because the adding Jake doesn't actually add that much of a cost because of the 20% off for the being a Twitch sub. Interesting. There's a sales tax form? That's weird. Cool. I've never actually edited the cost of it. Yeah, Ollie, I was thinking recently about how it would be fun to redo my island. And then I was like, Leah and I walked my island and I realized I am not nearly as far into that island as I remembered being. I don't know what I was doing last, but my island is barren. There's like no decorations. My assumption is that I was trying to maybe farm DIYs just to get more decorations, and that's why my island is so dead empty. I have terraformed everything. I've gotten all the villager I wanted, which doesn't matter to me because I have amiibos, so I basically just amiiboed in every single character that I could ever want. This was before the hotel update, so I haven't done much. So I'm like, I need to like at some point get back to New Horizons, but I really have to do it when I'm fixated on Animal Crossing. Otherwise, it won't do much. Like I won't. If I'm not fixated on it, then I will not get anything done. Bro. No backup data or anything? Dang, girl! You're just blowing right through it! You're already past the point where I've redrawn the chapters, because I'm the chapter I'm redrawing right now is chapter... What is this? Chapter 13? Which is on page 104. So you're already further than what I've redrawn. Ugh. Losing the island must have sucked. I've restarted on my own a couple times, but losing one just because of something you can't control is like... That sounds brutal. I always worry that my writing style is like really weird. Like, I feel like my writing style maybe isn't for everybody, so it always makes me really glad when somebody like does like my writing style. Because I always worried that I was like, man, is anybody actually going to enjoy this book other than me? So hearing somebody actually enjoy it is always a treat for me. Like, when I first saw somebody had downloaded the book on Gumroad, I was really surprised, but also, like, so happy. It was crazy to me, because, like, especially because the first download on Gumroad, it said as, like, you can do free or pay what you want. They decided to pay for it. This was before I decided to do the redraws, so I wasn't promoting it as much, but I also wasn't, like, telling people not to buy it until I've, like, redrawn it and stuff. So when they had come back and said that they were, like, they said they almost wanted to skip a class because of how much they were enjoying it, it made me so happy. Like, I genuinely can't explain how much I loved hearing that somebody genuinely likes my work. Because to me, it's just a passion project that I drew and wrote, and I just really like it a lot, and I have so much fun with it. But I didn't really expect anybody else to like it, because I was like, does anybody even like this kind of writing? I don't know. As somebody who didn't read a lot of books growing up, I had no idea what kind of things people would like. I just kind of did my own thing and just hoped for the best, you know? Oh, TikTok thinks I'm inactive again. As I'm mid-talking, as per usual. I'm on chapter 13 out of... Let's see, Oh wow, I'm a little bit far behind in terms of marking what I've drawn. Chapter 13, I believe there's 34 chapters of Whistold Book 1, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 34. So I'm at chapter 13 out of 34 chapters, and I'm not redrawing the last chapter art, because I don't really think it needs it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be live tomorrow. I was trying to figure out if tomorrow was going to be a gaming day. It just depends on if friends were available. It does sound like friends aren't going to be available until Saturday, though. So Saturday I'll probably be gaming. Tomorrow I'll be drawing, though. So hope to see you then. I know, that's exactly how I felt, Rabbit. I was like, oh my god, what do you mean somebody actually is enjoying it? Oops. I meant to drag that in the book studio, and I did not. So the last illustration for the book is this one. I don't have any intention of redrawing this one because I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. And it's very obvious based on, like, this one compared to this illustration over here. This one you can tell is significantly newer than this. Especially, like, so this one was from 2024, March 24. So this one, I didn't put a date, but it's got my old watermark. If you notice this in the corner right here, how it says Ghastly Phantasma, that was my old username, which tells you that this drawing was probably from 2023 or 2022. My art really started to improve around 2024-ish. We got a lot better rendering in 2025. So I don't have any intention of changing this illustration, so I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I'm not going to change this one. So I'm not going to redraw this one, but I am going to redraw the cover. Somebody did once say that they really liked the cover art for Whistold. I don't. I think it's incredibly ugly when you compare it to the book 2 cover. There is such a dramatic difference in the rendering of those two covers. I'm going to redraw the cover last, though, since I'm not redrawing this one. So instead of ending it with the last chapter, we're going to be ending it with the cover art. So I'm basically, technically I am still redrawing 34 illustrations. But I'm on chapter 13. We're making good progress, I'd say. Book 2 has more illustrations than Book 1 did. Book 1 had 34 illustrations. Book 2, I think, had 43. For Book 2. 48 chapters in Book 2, 34 in Book 1. And I'm gonna have so much fun with all these commissions. This is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have so much fun with it. Also, it puts me so close. I'm like really close to getting my VTuber model goal. I can't stress enough how much the birthday sale that I did worked so well for me to get to my goal. I did not realize just how quickly I would get to my goal just by doing that sale, because all of my friends commissioned me. I didn't get any, like, it's funny. I did the sale, TikTok didn't push me, so yeah. Yeah. Me with Johnny? That's me with Johnny. Oh, man, nobody new has followed since you've joined the chat, Ollie, because I have a new follower alert button. I'll do a little tester. Hell yeah. Let me do a tester on Twitch. I want you to see the new follower alert button that I got. I commissioned Johnny again. So at this point, Johnny is just my go-to for like all of my alerts for my channel. I'm gonna do the emotes myself because it feels weird to be an artist on Twitch not drawing my own emotes. So we're gonna keep Pika's emote that we have, but then the rest of them are gonna be drawn by me. But my alerts are gonna be commissioned by Johnny. So this is my little test alert for the new follower one. I think it's really cute. Did it even go through? Where is it? I think he's so cute. And it matches the PNG tuber, of course. I love him. He's so cute. Like, he's precious. I adore him. He's also now a sticker on, he's now a sticker on my server as well.
Into the green that fills my eyes, and swim the river clean of pride and lies. The darkness falls around me at night.
He is a cute sticker. My comms are always open, to be fair. I just think it's funny. I didn't get a single commission during that sale that wasn't a friend. Every single person who commissioned me during that sale was a friend. And I think that's iconic. Yes. And the sale directly contributes to my VTuber funds, and I'm really excited to get that VTuber, y'all. I'm so excited. It's funny, when I asked my artist for a quote, I basically told them it'll probably take me a while. So why does the alert not go off when somebody actually follows? Why is it not doing it right? No. I didn't hear the alert. Why is it doing that? I hoped it had fixed itself by now, but it didn't. Actually, Bach, are you still here? Maybe you can help me troubleshoot it. Because for some reason it's only going off when I do the test alert, but every time I've gotten a new follow on this stream, my alert's not working. I don't know why. Oh, did I have it turned off by accident? How did that happen? Oh. I did. I had it toggled off somehow. Aw. It's okay. You'll get to see it again. I'll do that as a little... Because for some reason it turned itself off again. I don't know how it did that. I didn't turn it off, not on purpose. I feel bad that every single new follow today has not had the new alert because for some reason it turned itself off when I edited the alert. I guess I'll have to be more careful because whenever I get the new alerts, once I have Johnny draw those, I have to make sure that they actually work. That's really a bummer. Me going, I got a new follow alert, and then telling people, and then people following, and I'm not actually able to see the alert. I also saw that Twitch is, like, making it so anybody can use, like, channel points and stuff now, and everybody's been up in flames about it, and I have no idea why that's such a problem. I didn't start streaming for the idea of channel points and shit. I didn't even know what any of that did. I had to be taught. Bach had to teach me all this shit, because I didn't know anything about Twitch, and I just was like, free flying here, just do whatever. Just hoping it would work out. Trying to look up a reference photo. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is me starting to stream here, but not really, like, watching anybody here prior. The only person I really watch that streams on Twitch is Sayu VTuber, and even then I've only started watching him recently, and I only really have been watching the VODs. Oh my god. Can't figure out what to do with this hand. I really need to make my emotes, like, bad. not finding a reference for exactly the kind of hand that I'm trying to draw. It's kind of struggling. Hello, Mr. Wolfo Boy. I'm currently trying to figure out how to... I couldn't find a reference image for exactly what I'm trying to draw, so I'm trying to take a picture of it. Partially because his shoulder's too high. Yeah, I'm sure I still have the reference for Jake, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm sure I've still got it. And it still lets me view, like, previous commissions, too. Didn't I? Hello! I forgot what I changed that sound alert to, so it kind of freaked me out. Hello! How's it going, champ? What'd you guys get up to? Thank you for the raid. How's it going? How was stream? Made me forget what I was gonna try and do. What'd you get up to today? Hello, Ryan. How's it going? Ooh, a new character. What kind of character? Are you working on like a story or? Oh, you got spooked? Oh boy! That's the best kind though, isn't it? Hell yeah! Gotta love aliens. I don't really have a lot of aliens. Actually, I don't know if I have any alien characters, really. Not like the typical ones, I guess. I've got some demons. I don't think I have aliens. Oh, I was gonna say I could have a... I was gonna say maybe I already have the references of Jake in my commissions, but have I actually been commissioned to draw Jake specifically, or have I only drawn Seth for a commission and all the Jakes have just been for... Oh no, I do have Jake. Okay, yes, I do have the references. Hallelujah! It's only one image, though. It should work, though. Doing pretty good. I've been working on redrawing my books, so... But yes, I can reference the old VGen commissions, so I do still have the reference for Jake. For some reason, it submitted to VGen sideways, so... I'll just plop this in here for now, so I don't have to worry about trying to get it later. Not that I'm working on a commission today. Both Johnny and Aries still have commissions, but I haven't done them yet because they both want to be on stream for it, and that has not been the an option for them as of now, so... They're waiting probably till the weekend so that I can make sure that I draw them on stream, so they can be here for it. Ooh, an alien fashion designer. That sounds fun. Oh, I need to pull back up my reference image that I just took. It's okay, you guys raided right as I was struggling to draw this fucking hand, so I got to a point where I couldn't find any images when I was trying to look it up. So, I I just took a picture of my own hand. To try and get a reference, because I could not find it. Oh no! That sounds awful! I finally have a BRB screen now, and I did not previously have one, so I dread the day where we end up getting a raid while I'm on BRB. My BRB screen is really cute, but usually, well, I guess it depends. I was gonna say, usually when I'm BRB, it means I've stepped away, but that's not technically true. The other day, I left the BRB screen on while I was eating and just yapping, so I was still here, but, you know, wasn't doing anything. It's not often that I get raided, so... Although, it's funny, I haven't had any funny experiences necessarily with raids yet, except, like, for people raiding me anyway. But I have had some people that I've accidentally spooked when I raided them. Especially jumping into me drawing on MS Paint before I, like, left my stream, and then seeing somebody else was also drawing on MS Paint, so I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it, and scaring the shit out of them because they were drawing memes. So, you know, that's still gotta be the funniest thing that's happened. That was really fun. I liked that a lot. Like, hey, don't worry, I was also drawing in MS Paint. See, that's how it was for me at first when I had first set up alerts. I accidentally set them way too loud, and it was, I don't remember what it was. It was a new follow alert. A new follow alert. I had messaged in my server and I said, hey, if any of you guys are not already following me on Twitch, can somebody just, like, come follow me on Twitch so I can test the alert? And I didn't realize it was so fucking loud. So he followed me like I asked, and one of my friends did, because he hadn't used Twitch in forever, so he hadn't followed me yet. And he was like, he followed me and it scared the shit out of me. It was so loud. Oh my god. I got jump scared. He's like, oops, sorry, didn't mean to jump scare you. I was like, what the fuck? And it was the 10th alert, so it was just really loud. It was scary, dude. Oh, Ryan, if you're still here, I hope you figure out what to animate with your OC. I am not very good at figuring that sort of thing out, unfortunately, because I don't do animation, but hopefully you figure it out. Thanks, Bach. This is a much better composition than the old version. Oh my god, the old version was kind of boring. And said nothing about the scene. Just draw Kiawe and Kai together and call it a fucking day. It's almost 6 o'clock, isn't it? I haven't heard anything from family yet. I love line art. Line art's my favorite part. Everybody gets really annoyed with me when I say that, because a lot of people hate line art. I fucking love line art. It's my favorite part. I don't like coloring that much. But coloring, I just make as easy as possible because I don't enjoy it. I love line art. I have so much fun with it. It's probably the part that I do the I like enjoy the most, and I would say it's the easiest for me, but sometimes sketching is easier for me. It just depends on the drawing. But also, I feel like my sketches aren't good by themselves, so that's why I don't really offer like any kind of commissions that aren't flat colored or rendered. I feel like my flat colored are okay, but I don't really offer just sketches because I think my sketches are just kind of boring, you know? I love line art. It's so much fun. I'm kind of thinking, so I want to try and finish, you like rendering? I feel like rendering is like, I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much as line art. I do like the look of my rendering. I don't feel like, but I feel like with rendering for me, it feels like I'm bullshitting the whole process, so it just doesn't feel like I don't know. It feels very trust the process because I'm bullshitting everything for the rendering. I'm not actually bullshitting it, but it feels like I am. It feels like I'm just doing shit and hoping it works. I'm pretty sure I was going to say something and now I don't remember what it was. I feel like my flats are okay. I kind of prefer the look of my flat-colored chibis over my rendered chibis. That's why I like the chibis that I've done for my own characters, I've always kept them flat color. That and to make them examples for commissions, of course, but... What? You like fats? gotten to a point where I actually do really like the way that I render. I didn't used to, though. I think my rendering turned out to be pretty good. I like how, I've never really seen anybody who renders quite like I do. I think the rendering of my art is what makes my art more unique in my eyes.
So be my gas, I will let you gas. Bring to a less for a little game. Watch out. Straight to dinner. Straight to dinner. All the brothers already.
I have no idea what this song is. I need to start taking some songs off of this playlist, because sometimes I get songs like this and I'm like, what the hell is this song? I don't know what this is. Some random Zenless song I added and I don't even recognize it. Yeah, I do feel like my rendering kind of does bring my art to life. I feel like it doesn't really do much for the chibis. Maybe it's just because the chibis are so simple that the flats work. But I've gotten really attached to the way that I render. It feels like bullshitting, and I'm sure it looks like it to a lot of people, where I just kind of look like I'm just throwing things around and not really paying attention to what I'm doing or caring what I'm doing, but I think it's just because I've gotten so confident in the way that I draw, and like I like the way that I do things, that I don't really question it anymore, you know? That's also why I can afford to make my commissions pretty cheap, because when it comes to like drawing and rendering, like I've gotten so quick at it because I'm so confident. Yeah, I use the undo button every so often. I use it pretty often, but it's like, you know, it's definitely to the point where it's like, I recognize that I can do things my way, and I feel like I'm confident enough to, like, just do it. And I'm fast at it, so I don't have to worry too much in terms of, like, taking too long for people, you know? I think I have a lot of layers sometimes, but usually it's like, I follow a bit of a formula, so, like, you've got a layer for a sketch, and then you've got a layer for line art, and then you've got 2 layers of multiply for shading, usually. There's sometimes more. 1 layer of add glow for lighting. Sometimes more. But generally speaking, my default formula is always 2 layers of multiply, 1 layer of add glow. And then if there's extra details, like Kyawe's gonna need it, he'll need it for like this little heart detail and like the red and orange parts of his hair, or his hands and his ears. Then I have like another layer for that above my color layer, but under my rendering layer, you know, and like the 1 flat color layer aside from that. So I've just kind of got a formula for how I keep things. Yeah, I definitely don't have that many layers. But the amount of layers I have, sometimes it just depends on the amount of characters too, because certain illustrations I separate the characters into their own layer groups. So I'll have like a group for each character. It just depends on what the composition is. If the characters are all touching and they're all part of the same line art layer, then that's different. But if it's something like the tile illustrations, then every tile has its own layer group. So that's part of the reason why the tile illustrations take so long, though, too. And, like, the Eidolons, so the Eidolons are still probably my favorite type of art to do. I need to get back to doing those, but they take a while, and I wanted to focus on the book, so... I'll open Munu's. Actually, no, I'll open Shiloh's. Oh, I don't have Shiloh's. Never mind, I don't have anybody's layer information except for Munu. It's fine. Whatever. It's probably gonna take a second to open. So, this one... let's see. My canvas work time says it was 4 hours and 2 minutes. It has... Is it hidden by my stuff? It is. It's okay. I'm dragging the PRV screen. Did not mean to do that. Which maybe we need to move the restream chat. So my layer information over here. It's got the layer folders. So I've got like these icons in the top left and bottom right corners. And then I've got my watermarks on one layer. And then I've got the upper layers, which is just like the foggy effect and like the outline of the shards here. And then I've got the shards as a layer folder by itself. And then each Eidolon has different folders, so I've got like an extra layer on top for like the darkness just to add some effect. This one, I'm not really sure what layer this is. That might be the line art layer. No, that's the line art layer. I don't know what this layer is. It must be some coloring thing. I'm not sure. Add glow, 3 multiply layers, a normal layer for flat color, and then the background for that tile. And then this multiply layer that's hidden is the sketch layer. And then I locked the layer when I was done with it, so I didn't have to accidentally draw on it. And then it's pretty much the same formula with all of the different Eidolons. You'll see like I have some differences, like this one for E3 right here, since it's got more of his body visible, it's got like these markings on the tail and on the arm. So those are on like a separate layer right here. I can just turn those off and won't have those details anymore. Then the 3 multiply layers in the add glow layer. Background layers have the same amount.
Friends, Cersei's instructions.
This one's just the eye, so it doesn't have an extra layer for the colors. This one has another layer inside of it because it's got this little flame. The flame is in its own layer group. And then E5 is just the neck area right here, so it's got nothing special. Same formula as the rest. E6, same kind of formula. I think like Shiloh's, for example, if I still had the original file for him, he has like a flame, kind of like how this one has a flame. Shiloh's, I'm pretty sure the flame was in a separate layer group as well. And the sketches were all within their own layer group as well, so... But yeah. And then the background is all just merged one layer. It used to be multiple layers when I had the original file, but when I accidentally deleted all my files in February, obviously I lost the original layer file group, so... But this thing took 4 hours. 4 hours for me to draw this. So that's why they're so expensive. And they also just need I need so much info to be able to actually do anything with them, because I can't really make these without a lot of character info, or at least specific poses for these. Like, specifically this one, and this one, I need poses for. I can't just not have poses for those. I need to know at least some information about the character or some vague ideas to give me a pose. Otherwise, I need a specific pose to put in those. Otherwise, I won't know what to do. Yeah. But I love these. I need to do more of these. I want to do all of the Prophecy Heroes for Whistold in this format. I've only done Munu and Khan, and to be honest, I kind of want to redo Khan's, because Khan's was the first one I did as a tester, and I feel like the rest of them all look millions of times better than Khan's, so I really want to redo them, you know? I sure went on a tangent about these fucking Eidolons, didn't I? I love these Eidolon commissions. I wish that people wanted these, but I don't really expect to get commissions for these because of their cost. Although, there was a day that somebody had put in a commission for this type, and then they immediately canceled it, and I was like, aw, I could have done a commission for this. That sucks. But I understand if they put it in and then realized, oh, I probably can't afford that, and then canceled it, you know? It is kind of also upsetting, too, because they didn't, like, go for a different commission type afterwards. They just canceled it and then didn't come back. And I'm like, oh no. That's unfortunate. They're so much fun. I would love to do more of your characters with this Nox. They're so fun. But I also didn't feel like I could put these on the sale for, my birthday sale. I mean, that's fair. Solaris and Odin are just your babies.
I took too long.
Nox, I saw that post in the server, and I deadass, I thought that was Karlach from Baldur's Gate, and I was like, Karlach? And then I realized, no, it's not. It's not Karlach. I saw a red girl with her horns, and I said, Karlach? Is that Karlach? Karlach, maybe? Is it? No, it's not. It's not. I'm assuming it's somebody's OC. Why does it let me put bits on myself?
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream.
That's what I figured. I love Karlach. Yeah, it was just something that Nox sent in our server. Let me move the TikTok or the restream chat back now that I'm done talking about Eidolon, the Eidolon arts. I love the Eidolons. They're so much fun, but I also really genuinely don't expect people to, like, get those commission types, you know? The more expensive ones do tend to put people off. And I'm also kind of like that person where I'm like, I don't know if my art, to me, like, I feel like most people, if they want to spend a lot of money, they're not going to want to spend it on me, you know? But personally, I love the Eidolon commissions. They're very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Especially once I realized I accidentally undercharged the first one, so oops. They're very fun. I like them a lot. I like the way they turn out every time. They also make really good desktop backgrounds. They're not, like, perfect for, like, my work computer in terms of, like, fitting perfectly, but they look phenomenal on my work background. I recently, for a while my background, I had it changing between all of the different Eidolons that I've done on my work computer. Then for a while I just changed it to Khan because I was just on Whistold Brainworm, so I just wanted to see Khan whenever I had my second monitor viewable. I recently changed it to just Shiloh though because I started thinking about living between worlds again, so yeah. Shiloh, my beloved, plagued my mind. I love how his Eidolons look, they're so pretty. I'm glad I managed to remember to, like, make the edits that were bothering me before I lost that file, but I do still see a couple things every so often on some of those Eidolons that I wish I could fix, but I can't because I don't have the file anymore, so. By my own volition, I lost all my fucking files and I can't edit things. It sucks. A little ghost.
I must say, what a brilliant speech you gave.
Who goes there?
Just a friend who could help you save your men. A foe like Cersei's not to be messed with. You want to beat her, you'll need the blessing of a certain god. Divine intervention, someone who's not afraid to send a message.
Hermes?
Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can beat her. Wouldn't you like to have some other magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that point too. So since it sounds like friends aren't really going to be available tomorrow for gaming, I'm trying to figure out if I want to do Sonic Adventure tomorrow or if I want to just, like, do art. I'll probably just do art, and then I'll do Sonic Adventure when I've got, like, a friend with me, because I feel like it'll be more fun to yap about the game when I'm not by myself. And I never have a guaranteed audience with any of the streaming. Despite multi-streaming, a lot of times it's kind of hit or miss on if somebody's in chat, you know? But I feel like Sonic Adventure was just really fun because I was able to yap with somebody about how crazy things were.
Here in the root of this flower that lies such a power to take her on. You must consume and and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. All you need's imagination, though it's only for a moment till you've beaten your opponent. And I call this route Holy Moly. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conqueror. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conqueror. Hermes, thank you. Don't thank me, friend. You very well may die. Good luck.
No worries, Ghost. Oh my god, look at this messy haired child. Childhood photo that Kai did not know existed. I think it's a crime that I never ended up using. The fact that Kiawe has a photo in this scene, I just did not show it at all. Like, that's wild. How's it going? Thank you for the follow, Jutsu Juniors. City. No, I will not. Why is TikTok so fucking weird today? I think tomorrow I might just try and only stream to Twitch and YouTube. I think I'm gonna not stream to TikTok tomorrow because today I have literally only gotten weirdos in my chat. I'm here to do art and vibe. I'm not here to do people's bidding. Got too many people asking for weird shit today. Look at little baby Kai. Aren't they just so cute? I haven't colored them all the way yet, but they look so cute. Precious little baby.
I look into your eyes and I think back to the sun of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war. Will these actions haunt my days? Every man I've slain is the price I pay. Endless pain. Close your eyes and spare yourself the view. How could I hurt you? I'm just a man who's trying to go home, even after all the years away from what I've known. I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. Deep down I would trade the world to see my son and wife. I'm just a man. But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster?
It really does just take one song to get you hooked on a fucking thing, because this is the song that got me hooked on Epic.
When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a man become a monster?
I haven't really done it. I haven't like engaged with it at all because I'm like, maybe I'll just like wait, you know? I'm sure it's gonna be amazing because Epic is so good. It's swear, it's like TikTok knows that it hasn't, like, nobody's been in chat for a while, so it sends me the fucking weirdos. That's how it's felt all day. It says there's nobody in chat right now, or it says nobody's on the TikTok live right now, but every time somebody has been in the chat today, it's been somebody fucking weird, unless it's one of my... There's very few of my regulars that have been in today, and it's like, where's all the normal people at? They're not even doing anything that's, like, necessarily warrants having a mod, but it's, like, enough where I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm only getting the weirdos. Just chicken. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just call it and end the stream once dinner's done, because it's already 6:30. I try to end the stream by 7, and they're cooking dinner right now, so I'll probably just call that once the dinner's done. Just eat and chill for the rest of the night. Maybe I'll work on more Toy House stuff. That's my end of night activity. Yesterday I started to set up the Toy House wiki pages, because my Toy House looks like little wiki pages for all my OCs, but I never actually formatted it for most of them. I just started with Whistold and then never touched the rest, so I started to work on Living Between Worlds yesterday. Oh my god, suffering!
Don't you miss me
More than you know.
then jump in the water and kiss me?
Penelope, I've told you this before. You know I'm afraid of the water.
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter, and let's watch our love leave the ground.
Oh, I would, but I'd be suffering trying to float the whole time.
I would take the
Good
sun
Hi, Dolly.
From you,
As good as that sounds, right here I'm just
I
fine.
can take the suffering from you.
You know that I prefer my feet on the
I
ground.
will take the suffering from you.
Fine, but only if you answer a question or two.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say I was on the run, or hiding, from, I don't know, Poseidon. And let's say he blocked the way home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
No.
This is your only way home, the lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and
I
terrified.
would take the suffering from you.
Ooh, for you I would die, but can't you let me stay
I
dry?
can take the suffering from
You
you.
should come onto the ship. We'll jump at the same
I
time.
will take the suffering from you.
The things I do for you.
The fact that I might call stream and all I've gotten done on this illustration is just doing the photograph in his hand. It is really cute. It's just kind of funny that that might be literally all I get accomplished. I'm just gonna flat color him. Minecraft's music makes it sound like it's so empty. Well, my stream playlist has got to have a nice mixture of calm and upbeat. Oh no, Ari, you got here right after, like, as I was close to signing off. They're making dinner, and then I'm gonna, like, leave once they make dinner. I'll probably stay in BC, though, so if you want to join me in BC after the stream ends, you can do that. Because I am in BC on Discord, even though there's nobody here. Oh, Agile. Once dinner's done, I'm gonna end the stream. Oh. Oh, I should have closed TikTok chat. I actually did end the live on TikTok. Because TikTok was just being weird, so I was like, nah, we're done. Like, nah. Dinner's not done yet, but once it's done, I'll be heading out for the day. But Ari and Leah, if you guys want to yap in VC for a little bit, I can do that. Up to you guys. Oh, do you have any suggestions for who I should raid, Bach? Is anybody that you know online? Okie dokie. Yeah, definitely, ideally furry. Trying to find like-minded people first. Then I'll go to other artists that just seem chill with furries. Yeah, I'll probably raid them then. So I'm still trying to make friends. Meet some people in the Twitch community. Yes. What's up, Barry? What? What happened? Like right now? Girl, I'd be ending stream in like 20 minutes. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work tomorrow. I can't play tonight. No, but that's the thing. I'm not gonna try and play a game for like an hour before bed. I got work in the morning. I can't play games tonight. I'm gonna finish doing this regular color, and then I'm gonna end stream. But if you guys want to yap in VC after stream, I can do that. But I can't play games. No games tonight. Okay, this is as far as I got tonight. Still, this is a way better than the old concept. I'll probably end the night by just updating the book illustrations because I still haven't actually put them into the physical book or into the book's document yet. And then I will probably just update Toy House for the night. Okay, so let's see. Alright, let's raid out, you guys. Oh, I actually try not to raid out 18 plus streams, so I'll pass on that. I was gonna raid your suggestion, but I'll pass. I don't want an 18 plus stream. Oh, Scarlett's online. I mean, hey, I'm okay with them not drawing right now. Ideally, I do like to try to rate artists, but from what I'm seeing with artists of similar sizes, I'm not seeing anybody that's catching my eye. So, oh, they're playing Tamagotchi Life. Although they're me that they've got on screen right now is very cute. I probably won't hang around. I'll probably just raid and run, but still, yeah, let's raid them. So, good night, y'all. SiriBot talking in chat freaks me out every time it happens because I keep thinking it's a person. It's a bot. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out sometime. I'll follow her. I just, probably won't stick around tonight because I'm not particularly interested in Tomodachi Life, but okay. Alright, let's raid, y'all. Bye-bye!